And here's why you should buy an absolute piece of junk motorcycle like mine. And to tell you a little secret, you're gonna absolutely love it. Let's go. So you finally made enough money to buy yourself a motorcycle, but oh no, you can only afford a scooter. Or if you're absolutely shameless, you can take a loan and buy a Honda Rebel 500. Well, I'm here to save you then. Buy a shitbox. Well, we start off with the most obvious one. They're dirt cheap. You don't have to put money in the piggy bank for years or put your baby teeth under the pillow for the ferry to pick them up. If you skip 4 trips to McDonald's, you might already have something on 2 wheels. A quick reminder though, shitboxes are like families. Where there's one, there's always going to be a brother or sister, and eventually all the family will find a way to your home, like this. These are not all mine, I promise. Also, not to trigger anyone, but I've read on the internet that buying an old shitbox is way greener than buying a completely new motorcycle. With all this modern jibba-jabba Euro 5 stuff with plastic and rubber parts that are built to perish in 7 years, it's way greener to have an old motorcycle and just recycle it. So guys, save your cucumbers and buy old shitboxes. Not a cucumber. Filming stuff in public like this, that is something else. Well, the chances are that whatever you can get on the cheap end will not blow your socks off with the power and speed. But that brings us to the next point. Fun. Ragging the absolute living crap out of your slow vehicle is way more fun than shifting your superbike from first to second to first to second to first. Your shitbox will make you feel like a bastard baby of Mark Marquez and Evel Knievel as you blast past your neighborhood car at like 40 km/h in 4th gear and hit the rem limiter. Oh man, it looks like it's gonna rain. Oh, wait a minute, I don't give a fuck! Staying outside in the rain? Not an issue. Finding the perfect parking spot so nobody dings your gas tank? Oof, not a problem. Oh no, somebody dropped your bike in the parking lot? Also not a problem. My only worry here is, how the hell do I pick this up now? Oh, no joke, this 200 kilos? Well, I don't want to do that again. Let's hope this is the only cut. You could become the most annoying guy in your neighborhood and build a cafe racer and absolutely terrorize the local families with your cut down exhaust. And you know what? I'd do it again. So the truth is that nobody will bat an eye looking at your Honda Hornet. However, this contraption will turn heads everywhere, even in a morgue. Hell, it might even wake some people up there. As you can see, this costs next to nothing to build, both in money and in skill. So saving up just a few weeks of lunch money and some elbow grease could make you stand out from the crowd in your own miserable way. Ruin pretty much every characteristic of the original bike. Make it gutless and loud and handle like a reindeer on ice. And sitting on it is just basically like sitting on a bunch of Legos. Love it! If you're lucky enough with your shitbox, you shouldn't even need anything. However, if it decides to throw a tantrum or a rod through the engine, the parts availability is absolutely insane. If your shitbox isn't part of some crazy automotive history like this one, you'll find parts in your local marketplace or eBay with ease. Or even, you could buy a whole bike as parts bike, like this one. Honestly, there's so much parts available, I can't even give them away for free. You can see that my garage is absolutely full with crap. I've been trying to sell this whole thing for months. Man, I can't give these things away for free even. So yeah, you'll be alright. Buy a shitbox. Man, look at all these motorcycle friends I've made over the years. These though must be some sort of other species or something. And every shitbox has their own Facebook group, forums and community. In all those groups you meet the most friendly and knowledgeable people out there related to your specific motorcycle. And they will also make brutal fun of your build as well. And with these newly acquired shitbox friends, you'll be going on Sunday fun day rides together, stay gay, and sipping milk in the pub of the destination location you've chosen. You'll be telling each other how many mods you've bought from Temu and how many times you've cleaned the carburetors in the last couple of weeks. Also, how many thousands of euros you need to invest in your 600cc shitbox to finally be as fast as the completely new 125cc. It's also an excellent way to stay fit because chances are, depending on your project, you'll be doing this quite a lot. Oh man, this is not for the faint-hearted. Let's get this thing in. It's raining cats and kittens. And I welcome you to the man cave. The obvious next answer is you will also develop some new hobbies. And there's a bunch of them that you could be had. Well, the number one that I developed years ago was track days. It's awesome. You can only ride so fast on the street between being legal and illegal and super dangerous. But once you go to the track day for the first time, you'll realize how capable is your machine compared to how incapable you are riding. Also important to note, you don't need the most tricked out motorcycle to go to a track day. Just make sure it doesn't leak, it runs, doesn't overheat, have some decent tires and some brakes, and go with whatever you want. Eventually, voluntarily or not, you might also develop some interest in mechanical work. Your shitbox might give out and you might have to do it because fixing it a mechanic might cost more than the actual shitbox. And also, once you go through the first growing pains of learning mechanical stuff, you will be able to do maintenance work for cheaper because you won't have to do it at the mechanics anymore. So there's a win for that. Look at that. It's a helicopter. A very underrated one would be riding on trails. You will need a specific motorcycle for that, but it's a very underrated hobby for motorcyclists. It's an incredible amount of fun, way safer than riding on a street, and you can do a lot of crazy stuff and learn it in a more safe environment. So yeah, if you haven't tried it yet, make sure that you try some trail riding. The next one is obviously Sunday rides with friends. Well, I'm probably really just jealous because I have no friends, whatever. I don't love Sunday rides, but there are people that do, and there's a thing for everybody. So, Sunday rides with friends, also a thing. Also, you could become the king of bolt-ons. You could bolt on pod filters on everything. You could bolt on anodized red brake levers or pod filters on absolutely everything, and nobody's gonna hate you. And it's just a couple of bolts. Tuning. What? It's breakdancing. Robots are gonna take over. We all gonna die. And on that note, let me show you something, because most of you have not opened anything you don't know, but for example, this right here is a wiring loom from KTM LC4 2000. Look at this thing. Look at me. I'm the captain now. Look at the amount of stuff there is. And this is a very basic motorcycle. There's nothing to it. Just lights, a couple of sensors, and an electric start. Y'all guys have no clue how complicated the motorbikes are getting. There's a gazillion features, twists and turns that we never asked for. Traction control, wheelie control, sleep control, relationship control with your boyfriend. We don't need that. You think you need it. Trust me, you think you need it. But if you grow a pair of balls, you won't. And all we really need is a throttle, brakes, a couple of gears to bang through, and we are having the greatest fun in the world. Gone are the days when you clean the carburetor and off you go to the weekend, eh? Although, you know what? I would like a cup holder. That would be pretty decent. Alright, let's talk business here for a moment. Just let me get over the street here. So some research said that up to about 45% of American citizens, and I would assume pretty similar in Europe, have a debt for a vehicle, car or a motorcycle. Anyway, that makes about 16 trillion US dollars in America in debt just for a vehicle. Long live capitalism, that's pretty crazy. That makes me think that if you really think that 2025 sports bike that will never see a single track day, or that 1.5 liter cruiser motorcycle that will mostly cruise in your garage is worth getting in the shackles of debt, suit yourself, my guy. Pile of shit. See, being in debt for no reason is not really for me. I'd rather sell my kitchen sink and buy a shitbox, and then take a loan to turbo it, and then to replace the engine and pay the traffic fines. What are we talking about again? your shitbox is already probably as cheap as it will ever be, so it will never really lose money anymore. ChatGPT says that new motorcycles depreciate within 5 years up to 45% of their total value. But I know that my shitbox costs 200 euros and 6 pack of beers, and that is what I'm gonna take for it in 5 years. I know what I have. No lowballers at all. Finally, you might be saying, well, it doesn't make sense what you're saying. Well, it doesn't have to make sense. It's a shitbox. It's gonna be the best decision you ever made. I pinky promised. Yeah, guys, let me know if you'd like a step-by-step tutorial on how to buy the shittiest shitbox out there and not get yourself in a pickle. And I'll make sure to make your dreams come true. If you'd like to have a car version of this, let me know, because I have cars as well. And also, you can support my next can of worms if you click on the join down below here, or you head down on the link below to my Patreon and help me out. And I'll see you in 2 weeks' time with a banger of video. That's all for today. Stay tough, motherfuckers.